Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. We're not prophesying the downfall of this kingdom. America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, chose the Lord's chosen people on the sign. 12 tribes of Israel. I want to give all praise and glory to
Yahawashi, Rawchaa Qadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Rescue Camp for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world by the line. I'm your brother Elder.
I'm the brother Kawak.
And today we want to speak about how it's important that we worship the God of the Bible and his son. Or else if we don't, he's going to destroy you. And we're talking to you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we're talking to you people to worship Yahawashi, which is Yahawah, his the father's name, and Yahawashi, the son's name. So first we'll start in Second Chronicles 15 and 13.
This is 2 Chronicles 15 and 13. That whosoever would not seek Yahawashi Elohim of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
It said, whosoever shall not seek the God of Israel. So we're talking about the God of Israel. You know, we're not talking about the God of America, because the God of America, that's Jesus Christ.
AKA Satan.
Yeah, because that's where he was created. Here in America, Jesus Christ was created. He was never in Israel, you know. Jesus Christ was never in Israel.
All right, this is 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 13. That whosoever would not seek the Lord God of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
Yeah, so it don't matter who you are. You know, if you're worshiping another God, you know, you're supposed to be put to death. You know, and here in America, which you know, America, you know, is you know, the KKK. That's the white man. You know, that's the devil himself. You know, who rules America.
Yeah, and all you have to do is look at the history. You know, you can start anywhere, and they'll have a period in time where there were the Spanish here in America, and then the Pilgrims, the European Americans, and they'll show you who they are because they don't like you right away.
Yeah, so that's where, you know, Jesus Christ started at. You know, it's here in America, and so you're worshiping Jesus Christ. You're worshiping another God.
Mm-hmm.
Read it again.
2 Chronicles 15 and 13. That whosoever will not seek the Lord God of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
Right, so you Israelites, you have to seek the Lord, and the definition to seek Him, it means to investigate.
Damn.
And how do you investigate? You have to investigate. You know, what color was he? You know, what tribe was he from?
Everything.
Yeah, who are the Israelites? You know.
So
you have to, and then also it says to practice and study.
So you have to do it, right? You have to live it.
You have to seek Him.
Like in everything, right? In everything that we do, we have to be like, oh, okay, I remember this part in the Bible, or you know, what would Yahawashi do? Whatever, you know. That if you're not seeking them, what's going to happen? Because it said right there, put to death, right?
Yeah. Shall be put to death. And that's what they were doing in the ancient world.
All right. Can I get the next one? 2 Chronicles 15 and 14. And they swear unto Yahawah with the loud voice and with shouting and with trumpets and with cornets. So they're making a promise right there. You know. So here's the thing. Like in this chapter, they're saying whoever doesn't seek Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, we got to put that motherfucker to death.
Yeah. Whoever breaks that promise.
Yeah.
Breaks the promise.
You know, and at this point, we're being delivered so many times. You know, we got delivered from Egypt. We got saved from starvation. We got passed over 2 rivers, and then we finally were placed at home. So, you know, it's only natural that everybody agrees, right? Everybody agrees. And we gotta seek Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi.
That's right. And then more on the investigate. It says to investigate is to follow the tracks or footprints of something to find out the facts.
Damn.
So that's what you gotta do. Is you gotta study the history to find out the facts.
Yeah. So remember, what are the facts right here? The facts are at this point in time, Israel and Judah got separated. So another fact is, the tribe of Judah is head tribe, right? What you got to keep studying is the history, because the history will tell you everything.
Yeah, and when they made that promise, they made a promise not to sin anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they made it clear to the rest of the Israelites: if you go off, you're gonna be put to death.
Yeah, because you know, 2 Chronicles 15 and 15 says, and all Judah rejoiced at the oath, for they had sworn with all their heart and sought him with their whole desire, and he was found of them, and the Lord gave them rest round about.
See, so you do good things, and good things will happen. You know,
You do bad things, and bad things will happen.
it's an easy balance. You know, we go to Leviticus 24 and 16.
Leviticus 24 and 16. Uh-oh, it's already highlighted. All right. And so Leviticus 24 and verse 16. And he that blasphemeth the name of Yahawah, he shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger, as he that is born in the land, when he blasphemeth the name of the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, shall be put to death.
So any name that's not Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, you should be put to death just by speaking it. You know, your tongue should be cut out. You know,
and then you get stoned.
Yeah. It's like the mob. The mob, they'll cut your tongue out for what you say, for snitching or whatever.
And then the Yakuza will cut your pinky off. Yeah. There's consequences. So
you'll never be able to speak again.
Yeah, because why would they cut your tongue out?
To be able to speak.
So you can't blaspheme the name again, right? If they did do that, they cut out your tongue, so yeah, you couldn't speak. Now, at the same time, that's what slave masters did. You know, when there was a rebellious Judite, and he would cause people to rebel because of what he was saying, they would cut off his tongue. You know, that's crazy. Let me read that again. Leviticus 24 and 16. And he that blasphemeth the name of Yahawah, he shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger, as he that is born in the land. When he blasphemeth the name of the Lord, shall be put to death.
So the whole church is going to put him to death. You know, the whole camp. You know, if there was a brother that went off, you would have to. The whole camp would have to put him to death.
Yeah, and then that was the reason why it became so hard to follow the laws, because people would have kids, and the kids would grow up, and then they would blaspheme the name. They'd be like, "I can't stone my kid."
Just like in a game, if you join that game, the only way to get out is to jump you out. They jump you in, and they jump you out.
And that's a code of certain honor, right?
Like that movie Colors, they jumped that kid in, right?
Yeah.
He said, "This is my hood." You know?
And then Blood In and Blood Out, they did the same thing, like any gang movie. Like, they'll show you how to get initiated. Yeah. And in any case, it's something severe, something that you don't want to do.
The only way to leave is by death. You know?
Something that you also don't want to do.
Before they used to have something called "You Walk the Line." You know, it'd be the gang line up in a row, and you walk. In order to get out, you have to walk that line.
And people beat your ass.
Yeah. I go to 2nd Ezra 8:3. Because it said anyone who speaks against Yahawashi.
2nd Ezra 8:3. Second Ezra 8:3. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Right. So just because you were created doesn't mean you're going to be saved. And so that means that a lot of people are going to be destroyed. You know, if very few are going to be saved, that means a lot are going to be destroyed. More than few to be saved.
If that was a mathematical equation, it wouldn't make sense, right? Because look, you people say God's all love. God,
the way that the church teaches that, they're saying that everybody's going to be saved.
God's all love. I'm already saved. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to study. I don't have to listen to you. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
So you can't just say, "I'm saved." You know, it's not up to you to say that you're saved.
It's not fucking dodgeball. I'm safe. I'm on the base. I mean, this is a bad point in time, because Ezra is being shown how the world's going to end. The angel's showing him how the world's going to end. And he's like, Lord, is there anybody that's going to be fucking saved? I got a scripture, the 2nd Ezra 8:1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High, Yahawah, had made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Right. And the heathens, they're definitely not going to be saved. So that's already, you count them out.
You can get that shit out of there.
Yeah. 2/3, count them out. You know, only the 144,000 will be saved.
Damn. I got another one. 2nd Ezra 8:5. For thou hast agreed to give ear, and art willing to prophesy. For thou hast no longer space than only to live. Well, what are we going to do? We're only going to do the prophecies, the prophesying. You know, we got to break it down to where you understand. You might not be saved. You think you are, but you might not.
That's why we're out here prophesying. For a chance.
And you got to think about in your head. Well, What do you mean? They're already chosen to be saved. Yeah, but you have to compete for it.
You have to fill that application.
You have to fill out the application, man. This is an application process. You know how many camps there are? You know how many brotherhood there is? More than 144,000, but we're still all out there trying.
And that's counting the ones that found out already.
Yeah, and then counting the ones that came, that trying to come back in,
Barely coming in.
and the ones that are coming in. See, it's not like you think it is.
Some are coming in, some are coming out.
Some are dying, some are being born, some, it's tough. It's tough.
Some are speaking the wrong doctrine.
I got another one. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and 6. O Lord, if thou suffer not thy servant, that we may pray before thee, and thou give us seed unto our heart, and culture to our understanding, that there may come fruit of it, how shall each man live that is corrupt, who beareth the place of a man? And like I was saying, every man has a place in the system, right? Ezra's asking all kinds of questions because he's scared. That's a man of understanding. He's a man of great understanding.
Yeah, because there's a job. There's different jobs in the Bible, and we have to fit that job.
Mm-hmm. So he's like, man, you're still gonna let us do what we got to do, right? You're gonna let us try. Please suffer us. Bear with us, because we're imperfect.
Let me go to Exodus 22 and 20.
Yeah.
Include the NLT.
Exodus 22 and 20. And see, we're using all kinds of Bibles because we got the internet right here. Exodus 15 and 20?
22 and 20.
Exodus 22 and 20. Exodus 22 and 20. He that sacrificeth unto any God, save unto the Lord only. Oh, you said in the NLT, right? All right. My bad, Salakia. Exodus 22 and 20 in the NLT. Anyone who sacrifices to any god other than Yahawah must be destroyed.
So anyone who sacrifices to any god other than Yahawashi must be destroyed.
Damn. So that means that all of you calling unto Jesus, sweet Jesus, got to be destroyed.
That's like almost the whole earth. The whole earth has to be destroyed. The whole earth is not calling on Yahawashi.
And even if you call on Yahawah, you might be saying it wrong.
Yeah.
People call him Yahuwah.
You can call him Yahawashi, but are your works correct?
Yeah. And then not only that, are your works correct? Are you calling on the right name? Are you even an Israelite?
Your faith right?
Is your faith right? How do you take care of that? You got to take care of a bunch of things. It's not,
That's right. It's not just calling on him. Not only that.
And Exodus 22 and 21 says, you must not mistreat or oppress foreigners in any way. Remember, you yourself were once foreigners in the land of Egypt.
It's talking about the Israelites.
So, what's going on right now? We got the immigrants getting fucking deported. And we shouldn't say, forget those people. Those are your people. Those are your people. Those are people right here on this sign. So here we are in a land where we're being vexed because our president, come to find out that he loves to chop dudes up. And he's a pedophile, and then he's this, and then he's that. Well, guess what? We've been telling you that for the longest. The apostles been telling you that. And they've been bringing us up, and we've been telling you that. But you don't believe it. Now you got the proof.
Now go to Deuteronomy 13 and 16. 13 and 6.
Deuteronomy 13 and 6.
The NLT.
Suppose someone secretly entices you, even your brother, your son or daughter, your beloved wife, or your close friend, and says, let us go worship other gods, gods that neither you nor your ancestors have known.
Okay, so what if someone, someone that's close to you, your brother, your sister, your mother, says, let's go worship other gods? Like saying, let's go to church and go worship Jesus.
They tell you that all the time.
Right? That's worshiping. That's a family member that's trying to get you to worship another God.
That's the oldest one in the book. Because Abraham, our ancestor Abraham, his dad, our also ancestor was worshiping other gods. And so Yahawah separated him from his dad. Told him, you got to get out of here. So what are you going to do if your family is like, hey, let's go to church. There's a real God. Yeah.
If they invite you to eat some pork burritos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you want to hear something funny? So,
they like that chili better than
yeah. So, we're not supposed to celebrate Thanksgiving, and we don't. But I do like to eat and spend time with my family because, they're not going to be there forever, But my brother made pork carnitas, and then he made me turkey, separated in a barbecue pit, and the carnitas were made separately. Everything was made separately. But the funny thing is, he was chopping up the carnitas, and he was saying, don't you miss this smell? And I was like, man, sometimes. But then he was doing that, it fell on the ground. And then I was laughing. That was funny. Because to me, it's very simple. I'm not going to eat pork. I know because I seen the chariots right in my face, right in my damn face. I seen plenty of chariots. So I know about the Holy Spirit. And I know that he brought in brothers to help and brothers to help themselves, you know? So he put us together. So I know that when I count the circle, that's not very many of us. So look, like the Bible said, this world was made for many, but the world to come was made for few. All right, Deuteronomy 13 and 6. Suppose someone secretly entices you, even your brother, your son or daughter, your beloved wife, or your closest friend, and says, let us go worship other gods, gods that neither you nor your ancestors have known.
Yeah, so just by saying, let's go eat some pork burritos, that's like saying, let's go worship another God. The God of the Bible don't allow you to eat pork burritos.
It's not on the menu.
No. Pork is a no.
And if you have to, that's why you investigate. The brother said investigate. Let's say we're in the wilderness and we have to hunt. And did you know that tapirs and there's animals that look like pigs, right? But they're not pigs. So you can hunt that and eat that.
Plus, you got to investigate what you can and can't eat.
Yeah.
Dietary law.
So it's hard. It's hard. It takes a lot of discipline.
It's a lot to investigate. That's why investigators, they get paid a lot.
Gods that neither you nor your ancestors have known. That's why you investigate.
Our ancestors didn't know Jesus Christ.
They knew a Yahawah, BAHASHam, Yahawashi.
Yep, that's right. And we had to find it. We had to discover that.
And the biggest secret is Yahawashi. The biggest secret is Yahawashi. Because that's the real dream catcher. You know, he'll make your dreams come true, or he'll make your nightmares come true. He's in charge. You have to worship him. So it gets hard for people. Like the one thing that's hard for everybody is he can't be black. How the fuck do you know?
Did you investigate?
Yeah. Let me read that one again. Deuteronomy 13:6. Suppose someone secretly entices you, even your brother, your son or daughter, your beloved wife, or your closest friend, and says, let us go worship other gods, gods that neither you nor your ancestors have known.
Yeah. So the gods, like the God of America, that's Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Read the next one. So.
Deuteronomy 13:7. They might suggest that you worship the gods of peoples who live nearby or who come from the ends of the earth.
Yeah, so that's where we're at in America. That's why everyone worships
Jesus.
Christ.
Yeah, because these motherfuckers came from the ends of the earth.
And also, there's other gods on the other side too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Allah. You know, Allah's another god. Buddha.
There's a Hindu god. Hindu gods. Everybody has a god.
There's different gods.
But there's only one.
Yeah. Keep going.
Deuteronomy 13:8. But do not give in or listen. Have no pity and do not spare or protect them.
So we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to feel sorry for them if we tell them no.
Uh-huh.
You know, no, I don't want to celebrate Christmas. You know, I don't want to celebrate, your birthday. You know? We're not supposed to feel sorry for you because why? Then the Lord's going to destroy both of us.
So remember, we have to destroy people. We have to destroy people. It says,
It's all about destroying.
and do not spare or protect them.
You know, just because you're our biological family
Uh-huh.
doesn't mean we should be putting you to death. And if this was the ancient world, you know, family members would be putting each other to death.
Remember, if your son was unruly and he didn't want to listen, you have to put him to death.
Right. Not like these days where the parents are putting their kids to death for no reason. You know, they just kill them.
Yeah.
They leave them in the car and kill them.
Deuteronomy 13:9. You must put them to death. Strike the first blow yourself, and then all the people must join in. Whoa!
So if this was the ancient world, me and this brother, we already been killed some people.
Yeah, spiritually.
You know, we can't do it now in this world, but we could cut you up with the scriptures. You know?
And that's why it's important to stand on your business, because you're being watched.
And then when the Lord comes back, he's going to cut you up.
Or when he comes back, he's going to cut you some slack. What do you want? Because he's pretty close. 3-1-A Atlas.
Still there. Right?
Still there. Scaring you motherfuckers.
Should have been gone already. You know?
It should have been gone. It should have been broken up. It should have been this. It should have been that. But it is a spaceship. Yahawashi, Yahawashi. He's in there. He's just watching. And it's like, when you remember when we were little and we used to have like kittens or puppies and we used to chase them, and when we were to catch them, like we know if we miss, they're gonna run away. So you just wait there for a little bit and then you spring your trap, right? So he's waiting for the right moment.
It's like the lion does that.
Yeah.
He's the lion.
Whoa. Yeah.
The lion, first he watches his prey, then he place for the attack.
And he's also known as a lamb.
That's right.
The worst part for, I guess, for people would be like, since they believe that God's all love, and then we show them that, look, at Yahawashi is not all love, and Yahawah is not all love. They're gonna come back to destroy. Well, that fucks you up in your brain, you know. Deuteronomy 13:10. Stone the guilty ones to death because they have tried to draw you away from the Lord your power, who rescued you from the land of Egypt, the place of slavery.
So if you try to separate us from the Yahawashi, we're gonna have to separate, you guys,
Yeah, separate your life from you. Because what would you do if somebody was trying to kidnap your baby? That's the same fucking thing. Like, in a more graphic sense, people kidnap children to do horrible things to them. That's the way Yahawashi sees it. Oh, they're trying to take my baby away from me, so they could do and make him do horrible fucking things.
I'll keep going.
Then all 8 Deuteronomy 13:10. Stone the guilty ones to death because they have tried to draw you away from the Lord your power, who rescued you from the land of Egypt, the place of slavery.
That's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to take us away from these scriptures, from what we're following. They're trying to take us away, like vocab. He's trying to lead the people, trying to lead the people away, just like Genesis. They're leading the people. So they're trying to take our power away, which is our power is comes from Yahawashi God. Without that, you got no power.
So power really is wisdom.
You got no power. It's like that movie Over the Top.
Mm-hmm.
That big ass ball bull or something. He said, "You got no power." He was a big ass. He was a champion for like many years, but then Sylvester Stallone, he beat him because he did that move. Read that one, verse 11.
Deuteronomy 13:11. Then all Israel will hear about it and be afraid, and no one will act so wickedly again.
So all the Israelites, all you Negroes, Latinos, and Americans are supposed to be scared of what we're telling you.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Because you know what? Let's be honest. When you hear about what happens in prison, you're scared. Don't lie, you're fucking scared. So what do? You think about it and then you don't fuck up, right? And what's the main thing that happens in prison? Well, your freedom gets taken away. That's the first one. Or your manhood might get taken away. That's the worst one.
Yeah, that's why you're scared to go to prison.
Yeah. So why would you call on somebody else's name?
So what are you going to do? You're going to follow the law.
Uh-huh.
You're not going to break the law or you go to jail.
And this country has a way of making you break the law.
They make the law, but then they make you break the law.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because here you are in a country that's supposed to be all about freedom.
There's so many laws.
Let's say, what laws are we breaking? Well, you could have traffic laws, right? You could be breaking the traffic laws. You could be breaking the commercial laws. You could be breaking the church's laws. Not the church of Yahawah, but the church of whatever your fucking church is from. You could be breaking business laws. So many ways for you to fuck up. And let's say you break a traffic law, right? You're gonna have to go to court, pay fines, get a lawyer. It's just all bad.
So what do you think's happening when you're sinning and going against the scriptures?
Mm-hmm.
So go to Deuteronomy 17, 12.
This is Deuteronomy 17 and 12. This one's in the KJV. And the man that will do presumptuously and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister there before Yahawah thy power, or unto the judge, even that man shall die. And thou shalt put away the evil from Israel.
That's just what we're telling you. We're the priests out here telling you. But if you refuse to listen to the priest, you're going to be put to death. Just like the judge is Yahawashi. We're standing here before him. You know?
And it serves as a lesson too. Like, you know, this is why you shouldn't do it.
An example. You know, we're examples out here. We're out here because we're scared.
Shit.
You know? And we're showing you, you know, that we're scared, so you come out here and do your work.
You know how scared I am? Let me tell you how scared I am. I went to sleep around 3 o'clock in the morning. I sure the fuck did wake up at fucking 8 to get ready for church. You know?
That's right. We make it out here, even if, you know, we're not feeling good.
Hell no, man. We got to do it.
Something's wrong with our body.
And the way we are doing it right now is we're doing it as a team. As a team. I know you have to do it individually. You have to want to do it individually. But the Lord is coming and He's giving us some chances. And some of our members can't make it all the time. So He's giving us chances, right? And then we have to be appreciative of those chances. Well, this is your fucking chance. This is your chance.
Yeah.
But all you see is wetbacks over here. What you call us as wetbacks or nigger lovers, or you know what? And there's people that are showing their racist colors, and you don't fucking say anything about it. There's this female bitch on TikTok, and she caps on white women that date black men. She calls it chimping. Well, guess what? Those white women that are chimping, those are look at and the fucked up thing is those white women, they might be out of shape, they might be a little bit thick on the side, but this girl complaining she's skinny and she thinks she's beautiful, but she's not being picked. It's jealousy. You know, those ladies that went with those black dudes, those Israelites, they're gonna be all right. You're not. Deuteronomy 17 and 13. And all the people shall hear and fear and do no more presumptuously.
So that's the example is you're supposed to see an Israelite that's supposed to get put to death, and you're supposed to not want to be put to death either.
Mm-hmm. Because then you'll say, oh shit, I'm an Israelite. I better not do that, or else that would happen to me. But one of the greater sins is you'll see an Israelite get punished and you won't ever think, okay, I'm an Israelite. You'll think, oh, I'm a Christian. or I'm a Gentile. And then you'll give yourself permission to do presumptuously.
Just read it one more time. That's what I want.
Deuteronomy 17 and 12 or 13?
13.
Deuteronomy 17 and 13. And all the people shall hear and fear and do no more presumptuously.
Yeah, so we were not supposed to sin anymore when Yahawashi came back. You know, when he got on the cross, that's when we were supposed to stop sinning, but the sin kept continuing. You know?
Man, you're right, because the worst sin is not believing that happened, that the Lord put himself on that cross or tree for us. And then even more important than that, not for the whole world, for the elect.
Right. He already knew that all of Israel wasn't going to follow him. So only the ones who were going to do his work.
Yeah, and a way to think about it is, people are born to give birth to other people. Like the story of David doesn't start with King David. It starts with his grandmother, Ruth. And then it goes on to his father or his grandfather and his brothers.
That's why they told those stories.
That's why they told the stories. Because those people give birth to the elect, right? So you have to save all of them, or try to save all of them, the most of them, so that they can give birth to the ones that you're trying to protect. I mean, I don't understand that, but I'm not supposed to. I'm just supposed to have faith and believe it, which is pretty easy, right? That's easy. And if I want to be an asshole, I can study it and say this and that and give my own opinion on it. But I'd rather not.
You got anything else?
No, that's it.
Yeah, so with that, we hope it's edifying. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahawah.
Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Qadash.
Brother only to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camp, the teachers that speak of the Bible, peace and blessings to the hope they elect scattered around the world.
Shalom.